welcome to my first booktube video. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. I've been meaning to start a booktube channel for like 3 months now. I started IGTV videos at the beginning of this year on my Bookstagram, and I love them so much. I've always wanted to make the transition between Instagram and YouTube, and I'm finally doing it, which is just so exciting. So for the first video, I thought I would do the Booktube Newbie Tag, and I'm very, very excited for this. I have watched so many Booktube Newbie Tag videos over the past few weeks because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. But then I realised actually this isn't about what other people say, this is about what I say. So I've got the questions written down in my notebook and I'm going to go through them and answer them because it's like a rite of passage into the community. You need to do the Booktube Newbie Tag at some point. So I thought, why not do that as my first video? I've got many videos planned, some already filmed, so I am very, very excited to share them with you soon. But I thought it was really good to begin with this video. So the first question, why did you start this channel? I wanted to expand the content, the bookish content I create. So I obviously have a Bookstagram, probably most of you will know me from there, called outandaboutbooks. It is my pride and joy. No, I really do love my Bookstagram, and I've loved the different features like IGTV and Reels. YouTube just was another kind of thing I wanted to explore and try to create new content for. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited about kind of going into more detail because Instagram is quite brief. Like, you have someone's attention for like 30 seconds and then it's gone. But YouTube is a bit different. So I'm really excited to explore longer forms of content. Next question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I am a teen author, if you didn't know. I have published my first book on Wish One Choice. It's behind me somewhere on the shelf. I don't think you can see it. And so I really want to bring writing content alongside my reading content. So I am a huge bookworm. I buy tons of bookish products. I read lots of books. I love writing and reviewing books on IGTV, like all that kind of thing. And I wanted to bring more to that. So I do all that on my Bookstagram, and I'm kind of going to move it over here a bit more, but I want to talk about writing. I want to do a day in the life of a teen author and show you guys what I do and all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, this was something that I knew I wanted to do from the beginning, and I think it kind of separates my Booktube just slightly because it's about publishing books as well as reading them. So what are you most excited for? I'm excited to be more creative in my content, to kind of expand what I create. Like I said, Instagram is very you have people for 30 seconds to a minute and then they're gone. So that's been really cool to kind of experiment, and it'll be interesting to see how my content changes. I also want to meet new bookworms. I love Bookstagram so much and the community on there, and I'm really excited to join this community and see new people, meet them, and just have more talk about books in my life, if that makes sense. Why do you love reading? That's such, I could answer that for like an hour. I love reading for the connection I get to the books and the characters and the worlds. Like, the books that I love will always hold a place in my heart, and I just love that feeling of having this really strong connection to all these fictional worlds and all these books. It also gives me a chance to experience things that I'm never going to experience. Like, I'm never going to travel to another planet, you know, but through books I can do that. So that's something I love. It's also an escape from reality, which I think, especially now with the world the way it is, we really need. So yeah, that's why I love reading. What book or series got you into reading? Divergent. Without a doubt. I had dyslexia as a young child, and I really hated reading because it made me feel stupid, and so I kind of kept that mentality throughout my life until I think I was about 13, and I watched the Divergent movie, and everything changed. Everything changed. I fell in love with it, and I asked my dad, I was like, is there a book I can read? And he was shocked. He was like, yeah. And so he got me the book and I read it and I realised books don't have to be boring. They are incredible, and it showed me new books. I got into like The Host, what else? The Fifth Wave, that was another one, The Last Girl, which was not appropriate for me at that age, but I still read it, which was kind of a dystopian thing. And it just, yeah, it changed my life 100%, because if I didn't start reading, I wouldn't have started writing, and then I wouldn't have a job. So what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? My favourite booktuber at the moment is Fictional Fate. I think he is incredible, and so I would ask him and other booktubers, how do you edit your videos so well? Because I can't figure it out. I don't know how to edit, so I'm gonna start quite simple edits, and then as I learn I will do cooler things, hopefully. But yeah, everyone creates such beautiful content on Booktube. How do they do it? So, next question. What challenges will be the hardest with Booktube? Finding a time in my house that's quiet to record. I have a very busy household. I have 2 siblings and both my parents work from home. So there is constant noise somewhere. At the moment they're out at a theme park, so I actually have quiet, but usually I don't have this. So yeah, that's going to be a challenge, is to find a time in my house when it's quiet enough to film. Also, like I said earlier, editing is going to be a fun challenge. When did you start reading? When I was 13 years old, when I read Divergent, which was almost 5 years ago. Before that I was reading like those fairy books. I don't know if this is just like an English thing, but we have these like Poppy the Cake Fairy or something like that books, and I had the whole box set, and I was 13 when I had those, because I didn't buy new books, so I just had all my old books from when I was a child, and that was what I was reading before Divergent, so I don't really count that as reading. So Divergent was kind of the start of my proper bookworm journey. Where do you read? On my bed. I need quiet to read, and it's this whole getting lost in the world thing, and I need quiet. So I tend to read on my bed at night when my whole family is like asleep and there's actually quiet in my house. Last question. I got through these a lot quicker than I thought I would. What kind of books do you like to read? I love YA fantasy and dystopian, but my favourite genre is probably retellings. Books like A Curse of Dark and Lonely are just phenomenal, and I love the genre so much. So yeah, that would probably be the kind of books I read. I'm also, since reading Aurora Rising, that's it. I really struggle to say it. It's like kind of a tongue twister for me. I'm really into fantasy, so I want to kind of read more in that genre. So yeah, but if you want to know the exact books I read, look behind me, because this is a big hint, or follow me on Bookstagram at outandaboutbooks, because that's literally where I post every single day about what I'm currently reading, about the books I love, everything like that. Well, that is the end of my first booktube video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be creating a lot more content to share with you guys soon.